Okay, so where we're at now, we've gone ahead and filled in all the bolt holes, sanded everything, ground them all down flat. Then I went in here and I degreased the entire engine bay off. Just get rid of whatever crud was sitting down there at the bottom. Scrubbed it all down real well. Then I came in here with a rust reformer, which is just a spray bomb. Hit all the little surface rust areas, and then all the areas that we ground down. It'll help keep it protected for the time being, since I did just hose everything down here. It'll help prevent any rust forming. And then what we'll do is we'll get some 600 or 500 grit sandpaper. We'll scrub everything down real well. The rust reformer is black, so it's a good leveler for when we come in here with the spray paint, or when we come in here with the sandpaper. It'll tell us where our high and low spots are on all those spots we filled in. And then we'll hit those up, whatever pinholes we have left over from welding or whatnot, we'll hit up with some spot putty and some glazing putty, and then resand them, re-level back down. And then we will be ready to paint this engine bay. So what we got going on here is these spots that I welded up for the old bolt holes. I need to fill in here and level them off a little bit. So what I got here is I got some 3N glazing putty, and I got my mixing board here, and this stuff's already pre-mixed, so you really don't have to mess with it too much. But we just use small amounts of this here. We go in here and fill in those little imperfections that's left from welding. Some of these spots will be a little difficult to get into. I'm using the smallest putty knife I have here. And we're just gonna work that in there. Try not to build it up too much. Stuff does dry pretty fast. So it's real easy to work with too. But yeah, this is just made, this isn't made for real heavy, thick applications. It's made to just fill in little pinholes and stuff like that. Like when you're working with Bondo or something, body filler, it gets kind of hard to fill in some stuff. So we use this here to fill in all those small imperfections and get us a nice smooth finish. So, okay, so I'll go ahead and let that there dry. I hit one little spot up here and I forgot. Hell, sometimes you just gotta use your finger in there. This stuff's real easy to sand off too, so. Okay, so we got that all done. Now I'll let this side here dry, and I'm going to finish sanding off on the rear part of the firewall on the other side of the frame, and then I'll give this time to dry, and then I'll basically just start a circular pattern as I get the back wall finished here. Then I'll go in and use the spot putty on that, finish that part off there, and I'll work on the other one, the other side, the passenger side rail. And once I get that done, I'll come over here and I'll start finish sanding this here, and then work my way around, and we'll be all done with the sanding and everything. So slow process with the sanding. But it's all in the prep work. So if your prep work's crap, then your finished product's gonna come out like crap, so. So I've been out here sanding for like 8 hours straight now, and this is where we are at. So for the most part, the driver's side is completely done, and we are still working on the passenger side. Not too much left to do over here, just a little bit of finish sanding with the 3M pad with the 600 grit, mainly on the upper part of the rails there. So, and then all I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be hitting these spots up with some spot primer, just cover it up because I did get some bare metal. I did go a little overboard than I wanted to, but once I got in there and saw as many imperfections as there were, I decided I might as well just go ahead and fill it in. So most of it was just leftover spot welds from the factory. Try to flush out as many as I could just to give me a nice smooth appearance on it. So now I'm going to go back, finish up all the sanding on it, and get the spot primer down. That's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this episode here. As of right now, I got the entire engine bay is all, for the most part, sanded down. I got a few little things to touch up here and there, knock out, which I'll go ahead and take care of off camera. And then once we're all set with that, I'll get everything taped up that needs to be taped up so we can get ready to set painting this thing. So hopefully in the next couple days, I'll get this stuff finished up and we'll get recording. That'll all come to you in the next episode. So stay tuned. Be sure to like and subscribe.